This is the plaintiff, Chaim Sears. He says he and the defendant started a small business together. He contributed $9,000 worth of tools, bought a car lift, and now realizes he wasted his time. The defendant has real anger issues, tried to have him arrested, and he just wants what he's out returned and is suing for the $2,650 he's owed. This is the defendant, Daniel Pollack. He says the plaintiff was the problem, not him. The guy was partying hard and using the business as a place to go with friends to do who knows what. Bottom line, he bent over backwards for him, got dumped on big time, and is happy they parted ways. He's accused of causing a partnership to break apart.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Seated, come to order. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Chaim Sears, you are suing Daniel Pollack for $2,650 that you say he owes you because of a failed business together.
Tell me what's going on here.
Well, I met Danny Pollack about a year and a half ago. I met him in a bar, and somebody stole his cane. And I returned his cane to him.
That same night that it was stolen?
No, a few weeks later.
How'd you get the cane?
I knew the guy that took it from him, and I felt bad because he was limping at the time. So I went and got his cane back. I didn't really appreciate the guy stealing the guy's cane.
Okay.
So after that, he worked with me a few times at my other business doing fairs and shows.
What, he did what?
He worked with me on my other business. I do fairs and shows.
What do you do at fairs and shows?
I sell remote control helicopters.
Okay.
And I was actually working for his cousin's husband, and he told me that he's not paying me good enough and we should start our own shop. He said he had the garage.
What kind of shop?
Automotive shop.
And who here knows how to repair cars? Like
I do. I'm a mechanic.
You're a
Yes.
licensed mechanic?
Well, I'm not licensed.
Okay. You just been tinkering with cars a long time, and
I've been working on cars now for about 8 years.
Okay. So go on. Does he?
Not really.
Okay. So go ahead.
So he said he proposed to me that we start a shop. If I bought the lift, he would raise the roof in the garage, an automotive lift.
A garage of what?
Automotive shop.
Right, but this was a commercial property that he was gonna rent. This was a commercial property you both were gonna rent. This was what?
It was his property.
His house?
Yeah, he said it was residential commercial, so we could have a business there.
Was your property residential commercial?
It is residential commercial, Your Honor, but it's not to run that type of business.
Of course not. Okay, so go ahead.
All right, so I bought the lift. I installed the lift, and I also...
How much did the lift cost?
The lift cost $2,000.
Okay.
And I paid for that cash out of my pocket.
Okay.
I have a receipt for the lift here.
Okay. So he raises the roof.
He raises the roof.
The lift is installed.
The lift is
installed. And you start doing business.
Yes, we did.
And what happens? What goes wrong?
Well, we had to make a lot of modifications to the garage. Other than just raising the roof, we had to get the garage door modified, which I paid for half.
Okay. Did you pay for half of getting the roof raised?
No, he paid for that.
And what'd that cost?
Actually, Your Honor.
I beg your pardon?
My time.
Did you say honestly?
No, I said. I said my time.
I insist that everyone be honest when they're placed under oath in front of me.
My time. In the future.
You did it yourself?
No, I didn't do it myself. And a bottle of Chivas Regal. A gentleman that I know drinks Chivas Regal. He's a very good carpenter. He said, if you buy me a Chivas Regal and you help the other guy out build a shed in the future, I will do that, raise the roof for you. So
where are you guys from? New London, Connecticut. Okay, so go on.
So after the business started, everything was going good, and then Mr. Danny had a altercation with somebody, which caused him to write up a letter after he got into that altercation with the guy.
What guy?
Another guy named Dan.
What? What does he have to do with you guys? Why?
Well, this is...
Because I've read the letter. The letter's about... Hand me the letter. Let me read you the letter.
Well, we were at a
Well, what? You know what that letter says. This is a letter that he writes to you
Right,
saying, what's wrong with our business?
After he had
Too
no-
many people hanging around during working hours and also after working hours. Jobs must be for cash only, not beer or drugs. Limit beers during work hours. Okay, so really the problem seems to be with you and the business. What was it that was the problem?
Well, we both have beers. I'll be the first to say I'm not going to be a saint here and say that he's the only guy that does drugs. But the issue here is that at 9 o'clock when I want to go to bed, he goes to the bar, comes back with 3 people and 4 cars, and goes into my garage till 3 in the morning.
To do what?
Drink and do drugs. So that's where this letter came about. I'm like, we need.
Do you have a family?
My son.
Oh my gosh, I bet you would just rather be anywhere than here right now, sweetie. Do you have a wife? Is there a woman in?
No, there's not. I've had him since he was
Who
9.
lives? Just the two of you live there?
Yes.
Nice role model. Okay, so you tell him that you want to put a stop to it, and his reaction to that is what?
Oh, okay. You want to make rules now? I'm like, well, we didn't really have any. We probably should establish this prior to this.
Yes, this is your house.
Right.
Right.
And I say, look, we need to. This isn't working. We're making a lot of money, and I don't have anything to show for it.
Because you're supposed to get what percent?
20%.
And were you getting 20%?
No.
You didn't think you were?
No, I know I wasn't.
How do you know you weren't?
Because I know the money that was coming in.
How do you know?
Because I'm there every day. I see
so
the
you're
people.
actually standing there when cars come in. And
I'm actually working.
You have no other job. This
No,
is not
I'm
like
on,
he's.
I'm on Social Security disability.
Okay, okay.
I have a
So
total
you're
hip.
there while the business is coming in, and you're not seeing any of the money. Why? Whose pocket is the money going in that you don't see it?
When I bring it up, a couple days I'll see the money. It's like, hey, here's all the money today, and then I'll say, okay, here's the end of the day. You made just say 200. I'm keeping 40. That's 20%, and he takes the rest. That
Okay.
worked for a couple days. Then people would come in, or I would go do something else because I don't have to be there.
Right.
It was something for me to do.
Right.
Just to stay active.
Right.
And if I wasn't there, I would hear this guy come in, and oh yeah, well he's only come in. He dropped off a case of beer. Well, okay, well the case of beer doesn't get me anything.
What?
So
20%.
No, really.
20% of the case of beer, you get a
yeah,
couple
that's 4
beers.
beers. Come on.
Okay, 4 beers.
So it just wasn't working out. And then come March, when this went on, I finally said, we need to part ways. He had a couple of his guys from his bike club come in and take all the stuff out of the garage.
Now the stuff that they took out of the garage were things he paid for exclusively.
Absolutely. His
Okay.
tools.
His tools. So that there's no dispute about. The dispute that
No.
we're having is about the car lift.
Yes,
Because you want the car lift to stay at your place.
absolutely.
On account of what?
On account of what?
Yeah, why?
On account of when we first started, the deal was 20% of the business, and then we would what we planned on doing, and it didn't work, was to move to another garage where it could be legal and run a legit business.
Yeah, if everything was, because everybody has happy
And
thoughts.
I would
but it
manage
didn't
it.
work out so well.
It didn't
Right.
work out so well, but
Of course, you'd be giving up your. What's the nature of your disability?
I have a total
Physical?
hip.
Okay.
Yes, I have
Okay,
a total
go
hip
on.
and half a knee. And,
Okay.
And then, we were in the garage. My son would be there. That's why he's here. And the joke would be, if I was to die, okay, then he would be kicked out of the business because my son would take the lift over and he would want to work in there.
Okay.
That lift was permanent. I mean, once I did all
It's
the
not
work.
permanent. Apparently, it
It's
can be
not.
moved. Don't
It's-
bolt it.
Yeah, I moved it the first
There will be
time.
damage to your floor.
And installed.
My
and
floor would-
that we might be able to talk about, but why would you get to keep the lift? Watch
Because-
this. Was there ever a plan that he'd keep the lift once you bolted it to his
No.
floor? No.
It wasn't.
What's
Can I present this-
happening is
can I
that
present
you
this letter,
feel
Your Honor?
that he was cheating you, and so you feel like the lift, you got to have something to show for all
No,
these
absolutely
things.
not, Your Honor. I'm not being vindictive about it.
Okay, show me where there's you got an email or something
but I do
beforehand?
have, the gentleman that set up the computer system for us is friends of both of ours. And I'd like my son to be able to speak on
Okay,
it.
let me hear from your son. Come on up. How can you elucidate this for me?
I was there through it all since they started having a friendship until now.
Okay.
Seen it all. I was there in the garage every day after school. And the way that it was planned initially, that was when they did move to a different garage to be legalized, I would take over the lift, and me and my friends, so we had something to do with the house.
I don't understand what that means, though. When they do move into a
Because,
garage to have
because
it
when he bought the
legalized,
lift-
you would take over the lift. I don't even understand what that means, because why would he agree to, okay, let's move it into a garage and make it legal, and then I'm X'd out of the business? Why would anybody agree to that? Doesn't make any sense.
What you said just didn't make sense, actually.
Okay, so why don't
But
you try it again and tell me what was supposed to happen after the business got legalized and moved to a different place?
The lift was going to stay in the garage that it's in right now.
Oh, and the lift wouldn't be moved? They'd buy a brand new lift?
Well, usually when you buy a garage, there's already a lift in it, so
Okay.
I don't know.
So they wouldn't move that lift? That
No.
lift would stay
I was
in
there to
the
stay.
garage?
When it was supposed to be bolted in, it was
Okay.
there for good.
Okay. And according to you, was that the deal? That you would, if you ended up in a garage space?
Well, if we would have ended up in a garage space and there was no lift, you know, we'd have to move the lift.
Okay.
Because, like, when I bought the lift, I removed the lift from where I bought the lift. I unbolted it from the
I
floor.
see, that's the
took
thing. I
it
know it's a
apart.
removable thing because it got moved once. I know that.
I also got it bring over to his garage, and me and my friend actually installed it.
Do you guys have any texts or emails back and forth about anything?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have any texts or emails?
Nothing that I think is pertinent to the case. The only thing one thing I would like to add is that when the sheriff came to my house to initially talk to me about the lift, and he said, well, it's obvious. If you did all this work, you didn't do it for 4 months down the road, the lift can be removed. I said, you're right. And I was willing to pay him a $2,000 that he put into the lift. He paid $2,000. I'll pay him cash the $2,000 for the lift. That's what I had stated.
Hold on. Okay, keep going.
That's what I had stated to the sheriff. He says, well, then I would recommend to Chaim, Chucky is what I call him. His name is Chaim, but everybody in town calls him Chucky Chicken Wing. So
Chucky Chicken Wing?
He's got a chicken wing on his arm because he crashed his bike and his arm doesn't straighten out. So that's his nickname. Everybody in town has a nickname.
What's your nickname?
Danny Two Limes.
Why?
Because when I have a Corona, I have 2 limes in it. And I go to a bar, that's what they tell me.
What's your nickname?
Trevor.
T-Rev.
That's my name.
T-Rev is his nickname.
Go on.
And so the sheriff said, well, if you're willing to pay him, then he would be crazy to go to court.
But why would you be willing to pay him if, in fact, it's yours to begin with, according to the agreement?
Because
you
I
had?
think
Wouldn't
morally-
that be? Doesn't that
morally,
in fact
Your
make
Honor.
me even more suspicious?
No, morally, I feel like I should pay him.
Morally?
Yeah, morally, as a man. I have a check in my pocket. My son borrowed $5,000 for a car, and morally, well, not morally, I signed a piece of paper. I'm going to give him the check when we walk out of here, because I owe him $5,000. It's right here.
Wait,
check to him.
Wait, you owe him $5,000 for what?
My son borrowed money, and I
From him?
From his,
3
from
days
him and his
before he
girlfriend.
told me I had to get out, I loaned him $5,000 so his kid could get a car, so they wouldn't lose the deposit on the car.
So the check's right here.
Gosh, you guys were such good friends.
We were great friends, and
How does
everybody
this
in town.
happen? How does this happen?
He got punched in the eye and got into a fight with somebody else, and then he's bringing it out on me because he can't take it out on them. That's the bottom line.
Ron, I always told him, in the end, karma's going to get you. And 3 weeks ago, karma got him. He's at his house at 2:30 in the morning. What are you doing passing a pistol around at 2:30 in the morning, unless you're not doing drugs and passing a pistol, and a bullet goes off, goes into his neighbor's room, shower, through the shower thing. He just got out of the shower because that gentleman works at the casino, and it was on Channel 8 News. Chaim Sears. And I said, see, Chuck, karma's going to get you.
Yeah, but...
And karma's got him.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, it wasn't me. He didn't know the guys in his...
Oh my gosh, stop!
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. What's more important? A business partner who is mentally stable, or a business partner who has an insane amount of money? Which is more important?
I think you need a lot of money to really get a lot of your ideas out there.
So you would take somebody who's just wacky in order to get the money?
You need it.
What do you think?
I think you should be mentally stable. You know, you don't want a crazy person representing your business.
Okay, fair enough. Who's going to be the tiebreaker?
Money.
There you go. Money! Going inside the courtroom.
I can't make heads or tails out of this. I do see some interesting things like, yep, I'm a thief in your eyes. In my eyes, you are a Jewish loser.
Yep.
Did you say that to him?
Absolutely.
Nice. Let me see the check you have for the $5,000. Is that a check drawn on your personal account?
Yes, it is. Money's there, it's guaranteed.
How is it guaranteed? Because you say so?
Because he can leave here and tomorrow morning go to my bank and cash it.
That's how it's guaranteed?
Well, I'm guaranteeing the money's there. I'm a man of my word.
Listen to what you just said.
I am a man.
You have testified under oath that the agreement was that it would always stay there.
Yes.
Then you testified within 7 minutes that, in fact, you felt morally obligated to pay him for it.
Yeah.
How can both things possibly be true? It's one or it's the other.
No,
it can't be both.
Because it was going to stay, and because we didn't last as long as we thought, then I thought, in other words, if we would have lasted 9, 10 months and moved on, the lift would have stayed.
Show me the proof of what you paid for the lift.
Okay, here's the
But
cash
because we didn't
check.
last, I
Right here
decided
for
that I should pay it. That's morally
$2,000.
right.
Here's the
Yeah.
check for the overhead door.
How morally is it correct for you to give a religious slur to him and your little nasty text to him? How morally upright and upstanding are you to talk in front of your son about how you work for beers and drugs? I'm not gonna tell you I'm an angel. I'm sitting there doing. How is all this like in some warped sense in your little pea brain? Some morally upright, just I'm a man of my word. Like what world are you living in? Don't answer. It's rhetorical.
Okay.
Okay. As for all of the improvements to the place, each of you ended up spending some money on an endeavor that didn't work out. You're both taking your own lumps on that. As for the car lift, I find that the car lift belongs to you and not him. But I'm going to order him to pay you, on your claim against him, the $2,000 that you paid for the car lift. That's my judgment. Good luck, folks.
Just hold it right there for me, please.
I don't know.
Well, here he is, Danny Two-Limes, right here. What's your feeling on the outcome of this case here?
I'm very happy that he can take his $2,000 and be done with my life. He's got the $5,000 check that I borrowed money. My life's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm been happy.
He alluded to the fight, some sort of an altercation or something. Is that what broke this whole
absolutely not
friendship up?
No, the problem was he was partying too hard. Didn't like me telling him, but
all right,
that's my property.
Okay, so you move on. I guess
I got a lift. He's got $2,000. I'm happy.
All right. All right, so come on in here. You're a chicken wing, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. You satisfied how this comes out?
A little bit. I mean, I'm glad to get some of my money back. I'm not happy about losing the lift because that's part of my business. You know, that's how I make money.
Yep.
And since he threw me out, I haven't been making it.
Well, you'll get another one.
Yeah.
Could you?
Well,
you got the check also. You got the check there. Douglas gave you the check, and you got this case settled. You got 2 cases settled.
Well,
here
hopefully
in one
the
place.
check clears. Mm-hmm. And I won't have to come back.
You don't think he's a man of his word? I mean, he gave you his word. It would. Isn't that good enough?
No.
Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, 2 things. Thing 1, the $5,000 check did clear. Thing 2, if you're in a business partnership, it will never, ever, 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 ever work unless the 2 of you are compatible. Never will it work if you're incompatible. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.